Hey guys, it's Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be basically doing a story time and telling you about the time that I pooped my pants. During my half marathon training. So here goes. So if you are training for something now, or if you're not aware of all of the things that go on during heavy training for running a race, there's a thing called runner's trots. Okay, and I looked at the definition, or I googled it, and I found this example or this explanation of it. The exact cause of runner's trots is unknown, but the stress of long distance running may bring out symptoms in people with underlying irritable bowel syndrome or those with food intolerances, such as issues with lactose. The diversion of blood flow from the intestines to the legs and arms during a run can cause this. Okay, so runner's trots is like a thing, and if you look up marathons and if you look up pictures of different Google runner's trots, you'll see pictures of people running with like crap literally like streaking down their legs. It's gross, but it's a thing and it happens. So I'll tell you my story. I was preparing myself for a 8-mile run, and I didn't respect the distance. That's something, if you're training right now, I really highly recommend you respecting every single new distance that you run. I didn't prep as seriously as I normally prep, so a full 24 hours before, I'll start drinking a ton of water. Before bed, I'll have a huge, like, 32-ounce tumbler of water. When I wake up, I'll have a lot of water, and I didn't do as much as I normally do. And then I also didn't eat properly a full 24 hours before the run. For me, I have to do a full 24 hours. I used to think it was just like a meal before or 2 meals before, depending on the time of day you're running. But I quickly learned it's a full 24 hours before your run. Every single thing that you eat, it will affect your run in a good way or in a bad way. So anytime I run anything more than or around 4 miles or more, I cannot eat certain items. I can't eat pizza anymore, period, because it just hurts my tummy so bad. I can't have dairy. Cheese really isn't a big deal for me. I'm not like a big fan of cheese. Milk's not a really big deal for me, except for I do put cream in my coffee. I can't do that before, even just like a splash of cream in my coffee will contribute to my tummy hurting while running. Fried foods, I'm not a major fan of fried foods. But while I'm running, I don't know what it is. Like, I guess because I'm burning so many calories every single day training, I have been craving fast food. Like, I don't really like Taco Bell. In college, I loved it, and then I don't like it anymore. I think I like overdid it. And girl, during this training, there was a whole month. It was like last month. Every single day, I craved Taco Bell. Craved it. Like, I needed it in my belly. I just like wanted it so bad. And so the night before my 8-mile run, I decided to try some of the nacho fries at Taco Bell, which was a mistake. And oh, another mistake that I made is I woke up late. I live in the desert. I live in El Paso, Texas. This was the summer. And so by like 10, it was already 92, 94 degrees. So it was way too hot for my run. I needed to wake up at 6 to do this run so I didn't overheat. So yeah, I just did everything wrong. I didn't respect the distance because I had run 7 and it was easy. So I was like, I got this. And I didn't prep properly. So at mile 7, I was a mile away from my house. I bonked like really hard. I'd never bonked before. For me, that moment, I was like in a daze. Like, I couldn't really think. I was running really, really slow, but like I was basically walking, running. I was in pain. Like, I bonked hard. I think I was dehydrated. I was still learning how to drink while I was running, and like I had never tried eating while running, and I think I needed to have some like raisins is what I do now. So yeah, I just bonked really, really hard, and I was really close to my house. I'm gonna say I was like a quarter mile away from my house, and the street that I live off of, like the very end of that big long street is my house. So I could see my house, but it's still a quarter mile away. And so I'm walking, and I just feel like, oh no, my stomach. Oh no, my stomach. And like I felt it. I pulled out my phone and I'm like, I called my husband. I'm like, babe, I am right down the street. Come and get me. Like, come and get me. I'm about to crap my pants. And he's like, what? And it's kind of, it had happened before. I hadn't pooped my pants before, but in a run, I was like a mile away from the house, and I felt it. I was like, I'm not gonna make it home. So I called Jake, and he picked me up, and I had no accidents at that point. So he was kind of used to this. It had happened once before, and he was like, okay. So he gets in the car, and I can see him. I like watch him walk out of the front door. I watched him walk out of the front door. I watched him get into like his car, and then the second he got in his car, I crapped my pants. Like it was all like 20 seconds less. It was like 10 seconds where I felt it, I called, and then I crapped my pants. Like I had no control of it. I didn't know what was gonna happen, and I was like, and I'm still on the phone with him, and he's like, is everything okay? And I'm like, babe, I just pooped. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I pooed my pants, and it was terrible. It was so embarrassing. I was like, don't even come. I'll just walk home. Like I'm practically home. Don't even come. Don't even come. Don't come for me. So yeah, I pooped my pants. I had no control. It just flew out. There was a tree nearby, and I was like, should I just like hide behind the tree? Hope nobody's watching. I hope nobody can tell. Thank God I was wearing black pants. Yeah, I crapped my pants. No control of it. It just happened. And so Jake got me, and he pulls up, and I'm like kind of waddling to the car. So gross. This is so embarrassing. Why am I telling you people this? I want to make sure people know that this happens, and if it happens to you, it's okay, but it's embarrassing. So anyways, he opens the door for me, or I open the door. I get in. I can't even sit, obviously, so I like kind of like hold on to the back of the like the headrest and just kind of like perch there. He turns around, goes home. We get in the house. I clean up. I drink some water. I took a shower. I had a protein shake. And about 20 minutes after that happened, I started getting the shivers. Like I was very cold, and my body was shaking. And I think I was dehydrated. Very dangerous. Like you have to be very, very careful while you're training. You have to be on top of your water, on top of your nutrition, and don't go out when it's too hot. So I snuggled up in bed. I slept for an hour. I felt better. So yeah, moral of the story, hydrate yourself, prepare for every single distance that you run. Don't get too cocky about it, because the second you get cocky, it's going to kick your ass. And proper nutrition. I don't think I would have crapped my pants if I hadn't had nacho fries. Honestly, I don't think that would have happened. It might have. I don't know. I don't know. It hasn't happened since. I'm very careful with what I eat, especially with a long distance race. Now I can go like anything over 4 miles. At 4 miles, I have to be careful with what I eat, but I've been really, really good with my running. So let me see. I wrote a blog about it. And the reason I'm telling you guys also is because I started sharing this story on my Instagram stories, and so many people responded to it. So I was like, okay, I need to make a video about this, because it's like a real thing. You have to be prepared for it. What did I say? Okay. Moral of the story. Eat right 24 hours before your long run. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. If you are currently training for your first race or your second or whatever it may be, keep going strong. You can do it. I believe in you. You're amazing. It's amazing to be able to push yourself, push your body in this way where you didn't even know you could do these things, and then you're doing them. I am a plus size girl. I have never run more than 3 miles in my life. This was like in high school. I had run one 5K, and since then I'd run a mile here and there, but it was hard. And so now, I'm 2 weeks away from my half marathon. My highest distance has been 11 miles. I'm so excited. I'm so ready. I'm just like in awe of what my mind can do and what my body can do. And I believe in you. Keep going strong. You can do it. And follow along my journey. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.